Here is LEGO set 7722, the Steam Cargo Train Battery Set. This is my first 4.5 volt train set. It is from 1985. It was a pretty awesome build, and I'm happy I was able to finally build one of these sets with the buildable train track and see this train running. Overall, I loved it, and I'm going to show you the set right now. This set has a lot of amazing features that I've never seen before or used. This first one here is the signal post with the circuit breaker. When it's in this position, it actually shuts off the battery box, which stops the train from moving. It's a very cool piece. I was curious how it would work, and actually seeing this actually on the set and how it works is pretty amazing. Very cool engineering concept and a very cool play feature in a set. As you can see, when it is down and that signal post is up, the train can pass through, and now when I adjust this switch and the flag comes down, that means that the train will stop. And as we see here, as it rolls over it, boom, that button gets pressed upward and shuts off power to the train, or to the motor. Here's an actual look at the underside of the battery box. As you can see here, each time I press it, it will cut off power to the motor, and this is how this function works with that signal post. Very sweet. The next awesome feature I've never used before are these train direction switches. This is a pretty cool concept where if the train is in motion and it hits this switch, it would make it turn around because it changes the direction of the switch. It would go from forward to reverse. However, my train here is slower than I think it should be, and it is not hitting it fast enough, therefore not allowing it to go the opposite direction. Mine is only stopping the train. Let me know in the comments if you have trains like this and if it does actually change the direction while in motion, similar to how the airport shuttle set works or how the monorail piece works. This build does come with a forklift, and I've always loved the forklifts with the LEGO trains. I love this play feature where you can pick up the pallets, put it on the truck, or pick it up off the ground and put it on another location. It's a very cool one. I do love that it's blue because that's my favorite color. And as you can see here, it is designed pretty well where this cannot move and slide off. It is just freely floating there. Now we have the minifigures. Again, a nice set of 3 figures. Mine look pretty good, but my middle one there, as you can see, is quite worn. Basic figures. We've seen these torsos and heads and other parts in plenty of other LEGO sets. Very cool though. It's a very fun play set. Now we have the locomotive. This is my first time building a locomotive with this 4.5 volt motor. I think it's very cool. I'm fortunate and happy that my stickers here look good and that the previous owner, applied them well and that they're still on there today, which is pretty sweet being that the set is from 1985. I do love the red and black here. Looks very cool. It has the nice bell feature there at the top, as well as the cool minifigure head at the top of the locomotive there. Very nice features and an interesting build. Next, we have the battery box. This was pretty cool, and it's just amazing, I think, how the wire feature works and the fact that it holds 3 large C batteries. I remember being a kid using the 6 AA batteries in my first train set and thinking, wow, that's a heavy, but these are, I believe, heavier, where they're just quite massive. 3 of these large batteries. It's crazy to me. It's a crazy concept, but very cool. As you can see, that piece just clips right on there, and it's very nice. Unfortunately, some of the roof parts are a little discolored, but nothing else on the set seems to be discolored, and I'm not that mad about it. Now we have this flatbed car. I actually really love the simplicity of this build. I think it's pretty awesome, and I like how these pallets just work really well with the build features they have here. The cone design, I think, is very creative, where it doesn't allow the pallet to slide off the edge of the car, and then you have that fence piece that prevents it from going in either direction. And it's very simple. Look at that. It works quite well, and you drop it down. I really love this feature. Now we have our mail car. This is my first ever train mail car. Cool car. I do love the yellow and red and the stickers on the door for this car. The door piece, it is a little tight there on the upper slope, the inverted slope there at the top of the corner of the door, but it still works. And we have these opening doors, and on the inside there is a seat with a little table and some mail. Very cool, fun car, and you can fit a lot of stuff in there, which I think is always fun, having a box car, especially growing up as with LEGO trains. And the box car was always fun to put a bunch of LEGO stuff in, whether it's minifigures or your collectibles or specialty LEGO parts. As usual, they threw in that little platform. It's still better than nothing, and it's fun for a playset. And we have, again, this signal post. Very cool design here, how it just lifts up. Now here is the box for the set. I'll show every edge in case anybody wants to see the box. Mine is well loved, I would say, or at least that's what some collectors say when it's pretty beat up. Some of the edges look nice, obviously. What I do think is cool, and you'll see in a moment here, is the price sticker for this set. Not the $24 one, that was probably a resale, but this Toys R Us sticker. $64.99, I believe it says, for this set. Yep, which is just pretty amazing, and a great value. But again, money changes over time and inflation and yada yada yada. A lot of cool box art. The instructions are amazing. I'll show them in the video as well. They do offer alternate builds at the end of the instruction, which I do love. I think that's a very creative thing Lego did in the past, and I kind of wish they did that more. A lot of art there on the inside of the box, and again, my box does have some duct tape and tears, but I have a box, which is cool. Here are the instructions if you need them for your build. Quite simplistic, a little hard to follow at some points. I definitely jump around and had missed parts, but overall, everything's there you need to build this set. And here is where it gets into the alternate build. Very cool stuff. Again, wonder why Lego won't do this anymore. Again, it takes more time to probably produce this, and it's more printing and a bunch of other additional things that aren't necessarily needed, but I do love how they used to have this. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Subscribe if you want to see more Lego content. Thank you again.
Lego, my Jameso.